We are the only species on Earth that builds its own cages. In our earliest days, we grouped together for survival. We built tribes, and those tribes grew into empires. We traded our absolute freedom for the illusion of security. We thought we were building civilization, but we were actually building the architecture of our own control. By the time the colonial era arrived, physical chains were no longer necessary. The empires realized that to control a continent, you don't need armies. You just need to colonize the mind. In 1835, we designed an education system not to cultivate genius, but to manufacture obedient clerks. We trained our own people to police their own neighbors. The human mind became a product of the state. As we entered the 20th century, the control mechanisms evolved. We drew arbitrary borders on maps, dividing India, Kashmir, the Middle East, planting the seeds of endless conflict. Why? Because a divided world is a controllable world. We allowed the superpowers to treat the Earth as a geopolitical chessboard. To keep the engine running, we kept nations perpetually destabilized. We justified the theft of oil and natural resources under the banner of liberation. And to ensure no one questioned the narrative, we built the ultimate propaganda machine. We used our televisions, our James Bond films, and our Bollywood epics to program a specific worldview into billions of minds. The previous generations were raised on a zero-sum mentality. To survive, you must conquer and weaken your neighbor. But then we invented the internet. And in doing so, we accidentally gave birth to a generation that cannot be controlled. We tried to build digital firewalls. We tried to weaponize algorithms through big tech to silence them. But the youth of today are fundamentally different. They didn't learn empathy from politicians. They learned the reality of the celestial dragons and the cycle of hatred from global storytelling and anime. They saw the Epstein files. They saw the hypocrisy of superpowers destabilizing the Middle East and funding rebel factions in Sudan just for resources. And they realized the truth. The world isn't broken. It is functioning exactly as the previous generation designed it. But this new generation doesn't just raise their voices online anymore. They coordinate. From the Discord servers in Nepal to the streets of Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, they have proven that the old matrix is crumbling. Information is no longer power. Artificial intelligence has commoditized knowledge, rendering the 1,835 memorization system obsolete. Blockchain has introduced mathematical transparency, proving through decentralized, autonomous organizations that we no longer need corrupt middlemen to govern us. We don't need borders. We don't need their outdated systems. We just need an execution engine. Imagine a single, unified digital ecosystem, a platform where you don't just speak, you execute. If a disaster strikes anywhere on Earth, global funds are deployed instantly via smart contracts, bypassing corrupt governments entirely. And to ensure our survival, we are transforming education. With over 3 billion gamers on Earth, we are turning virtual worlds into actual scientific laboratories. By merging AI with gamified education, gamers will solve the real-world problems of quantum mechanics, clean energy, and space travel. The previous generation used technology to control the world. We are using it to upgrade humanity. We are taking back the controls. The execution era has begun. Welcome to the future we are building together.